Yes, people. I'm back again. It has been a delayed video, but obviously, yeah, I can't even stand up straight. I can't even kneel down straight. But yeah, this video has been delayed. Obviously, it's time, all that jazz. I'm not going to go into it again, like the certain things I've said before. But you know what? It's finally here. It finally arrived. So shout out to RPM Performance. It's been a few months since the last video in telling y'all what I was gonna get, but we finally got it. So let's just recap. So the last time I was at RPM Performance, we went down to find out what more things we can do with the car, and we did a bit of research development, this and the other. We got the new under chassis cross brace done, so that's underneath done. I'll put a picture up here so you can see that. I don't know when that's going to be going up on sale, but it should be soon, so if you want one, RPM Performance. And then was going to do a new intake system. So the new intake system, it's arrived, it's on the car. I've had it on the car for a few days now, and yeah, it's banging. So let me show you the old intake of what I had. So the old intake that I had was via AirTech. So I know I think I've showed it in the previous video, right, so you know what it's like. So this is the old one. This is my old AirTech system, yeah. As you can see, it did have heat wrap on. I've taken it all off. But obviously this is going to one of my good friends. And this is the, yeah, the cone's bigger than my head. So this is a new cone, what's on there. What we've taken off. So obviously my boy's gonna get this. You know, I said to him, when the new system comes, you can have this one. You know, and yeah, it's still a bit dirty. It probably needs oiling up and cleaning. But you know, shout out to my friend Sasha, who sourced me this. You know, I got it off. I've had it on the car for nearly 2.5 years now, so it's done well. You know, it's been cleaned, been oiled. Probably needs clean on the inside. So yeah. Not much oil in there. I've got an oil catch can. Let me put this away and we'll show you the new one. So it did take a while. Obviously we had a few things waiting on, delays and stuff like that. But what can we say? End of the day, you know, it's just got to do what we've got to do. So it's finally here. So in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. That's the new RPM Performance intake system. Smaller cone, a higher flow system to go through. Obviously I've capped it off because I've got a blow valve which is there. Blow valve is there. So yeah, so I'll explain one thing in a sec. I did have notes about the system itself and why we chose to do this design, why we didn't go for the initial standard metal one. So let's have a look. So we didn't go for the initial, oh sorry, that's a video I've just literally done prior to this. And RPM Performance, there we go. So yeah, so the reason why we went with a silicone hose, obviously it was better with the intake temperatures over the metal one, so it keeps the intake temperatures down. Obviously it allows the cold air to go through more. So obviously bigger bang, bigger on the turbo. And yeah, and like I said, I've had it on for a few days and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I was a bit oohing and ahhing whether I was going to keep the system on or not, but I'm glad that I am. Obviously my old system, that's going to my friend when we finally get time to fit in it. So yeah, obviously I did say in my last video when I was up Modified Nats, my car unfortunately didn't make it to RPM Performance for the next part of development. Obviously was going to have other things done. That's due to because I had electrical issues. My car wasn't running right, you know. Thought it was an alternator, wasn't an alternator, so I'm actually glad about that. It was actually the battery, but by the time I got the battery sorted, paying for things, yeah, there's just no point. There's just literally no point whatsoever. So yeah, so that's really about it, really. You know, that's just a quick update. That's a new one, a new intake system, what is now on the car, and I am enjoying it. You know, what's the next phase? The next phase for this is I'm unsure. I'm unsure what I'm going to do next, because it does need to go back to RPM Performance for further development of stuff like intercooler and stuff like that. But again, it's just time. It's also, for me, it's round trip, it's 9 hours. So it's like 4.5 hours there, 4.5 hours back. Obviously because my car's my daily, it just takes, yeah, it's a lot of time, a lot of planning, it's that and the other. So obviously when I went on holiday in July, that would have been a perfect moment to take it down, but it just didn't happen that way. So I don't know. I'll speak to RPM Performance at a later date to find out what we're going to do, if we're going to continue doing the development or we're going to stop development and just leave it as it is. I know that he's been doing other things on the side, so shout out to him for the stuff that he's doing. So I think I'm getting to a point where I'm comfortable with my car. There's a few little things that I need to sort out and change, like cosmetic stuff, but I'm not entirely bothered about that, because as long as my car's driving fine, it performs fine and everything else, I'm happy, I'm good. So, but yeah, but that's just a quick update. So the next video that you'll see from me is where I'll be at Alton Park for Tuner Fest, where this time I'm actually doing it, content creating for Tuner Fest directly, which I'm super gassed about. That's why I'm actually doing a video today at Alton Park race circuit. So that's why I'm doing a video down here today, you know. So I'm super gassed for that one. And for the car, yeah man, she's staying for a good length of time, you know, and I'm still happy with her. Really happy. I think the next thing is we'll do the intercooler, then get it remapped. I'm still going to put her on coilovers. Eventually I want to put a big brake kit on, but again, money. So yeah, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the new video, and if you like the video, if you like the progression of the car, like, subscribe, share. It's free, it don't cost you anything to do so, and you know, I'll keep putting more things out there. So yeah, I do have in the Pipeworks an idea what I've got, which I will bring out in a later video. So yeah, so on that note, take care, bless, thanks.